You shouldn't watch personal finance videos made by YouTubers who aren't from your country. How's it going, everyone? My name is Dan, but you can call me Malone, and one of the most common questions I get asked is, Dan, how do I set up a Roth IRA in Ireland? In fact, I get asked that question so much that it's the inspiration for today's video. Things Irish people hear in American personal finance videos that aren't relevant to Ireland. It pains me when people get caught out here, because you're doing well to be interested in the topic of personal finance in the first place, but you're wasting your time when it comes to certain areas of personal finance content made by YouTubers who aren't from your country. And this doesn't just apply to America, it applies to any content creators who are from a different country to your own. The reason for this is because every country is different when it comes to the likes of tax, retirement planning, and what you can and can't invest in as an investor. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't watch other YouTubers. Getting the opinions of lots of different people on more macro issues is very important. For example, topics like the state of the stock market, or is cryptocurrency the future? And if you watch these videos purely for entertainment purposes, then by all means go ahead and watch Graham Stefan's video on Roth IRAs. But if you want to learn about what the investment landscape looks like for you as an Irish investor, then you're going to have to expose yourself to some level of Irish specific content. And obviously there's a conflict of interest here. I'm an Irish YouTuber making a video on why you should watch Irish personal finance videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But let me explain some examples of why this is very important. Example number 1. Pensions. In the United States, the personal pension account that's available to investors is known as a Roth IRA. In the UK, the equivalent of this is known as a SIPP. Both of these accounts are only available to US and UK investors respectively. If you're here in Ireland, you cannot have a Roth IRA or a SIPP. Our equivalent is known as a personal retirement savings account, or PRSA for short. And I won't lie to you, our equivalent is nowhere near as attractive or flexible as either the US or UK options, but it's what we've got. Retirement planning and investing in a pension from a young age is very important. But there's no point in watching a video on Roth IRAs and then trying to apply the facts that you learn to your own pension here in Ireland. The primary reason for this is because pension investing and the tax system are interconnected. Pension investing, more specifically your ability to invest in a pension, is largely dictated by the tax code. This is because tax relief is given to individuals who invest in a pension, and the tax law in every country around the world is going to be different. Therefore, the rules around pension investing in every country around the world is also going to be different. So if you want to learn more about Irish pensions specifically, click the video that's popping up on screen now. But most importantly, stop confusing yourself by watching non-Irish content creators talk about things that aren't relevant to you. That's the last thing you need when it comes to managing your money. Example number 2, tax. I'll emphasize this one again. The tax system in every country around the world is different. The rates are different, the way your income and gains are taxed is different, and even the way you pay your tax and file your tax returns is different. The most common mistake I see investors make when it comes to tax in Ireland is that they start talking about long-term and short-term capital gains tax. This is how the US tax code treats capital gains. These rules don't exist in Ireland. Instead, we have a flat 33% capital gains tax rate that's charged on gains irrespective of how long the investment is held. The rate does not change. You are wasting your time in learning about how US stocks are taxed, because when it comes to you having to account for your own tax liabilities here in Ireland, you're going to have to comply with a completely different set of rules. There's also additional taxes that need to be considered by Irish investors that aren't going to be mentioned in US made videos. The prime example of this is exit tax. If you want to learn more about Irish tax on stocks, there should be a video popping up on screen now. And my last example is ability to invest. If you live in the European Union, your ability to invest in the financial markets is limited by EU regulation. This primarily applies to non-EU investment funds, which don't comply with the regulations applicable to investment funds as set out by the EU. The best example of this is the ARK Invest suite of exchange-traded funds. These funds are not compliant with what's known as PRIIPs regulations, which is the reason why EU investors can't invest directly in them. So again, if you're watching videos on US-based investment funds that you're interested in investing in, you could be wasting your time. All of this comes back to the fundamental rule of investing. Every investment decision that you make must be made in the context of your personal circumstances as an individual. And where you live is definitely one of those circumstances. This is why the topic of personal finance isn't one size fits all. And it's obviously not in the best interests of the bigger finance YouTubers to tell you this, because you'll stop watching their videos. And again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't watch these YouTubers. Hell, even some of my favorite personal finance YouTubers are American. Check out Everything Money if you haven't already. But I just more so want you to be aware that when it comes to topics like tax and pensions, the rules in Ireland are going to be different. And it's also just good practice to double check what you learn against the reality of the situation in your own country. So I really do hope you enjoyed the video here today. As always, if you did enjoy the video, please do let me know in the comment section below. Leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.